Willie D Live.
But I'm glad I did get to know you. You know what I'm saying, and know the type of person you are, and I do know that you love our people, and we just I think it's important that people know that people can agree to disagree, and you don't have to agree with every damn thing that a person does.
Right.
In order to rock with him, you don't have to agree with every single
That's
thing
true.
that he does or she does. What one of the things I want to ask you about was, you have been a part of the church. You've been part of the streets. What's one lie that both institutions tell women?
A lie that the church and the streets tell women.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss for words for that. I mean, the church nowadays is telling them that abortion is health care. And I don't think that's the answer that you was looking for. And I think the streets tell them that as well. But I guess going back to what you and I are discussing in regards to how this politic thing works, right? Like, we have to have people that have access and weight in every political party, right? So, like, when the Democrats, who a lot of the majority of our people, they're Democrat, but the Democrats are off right now for the next 3.5 years. So you still need your people that can go into a house that you ain't willing to go into. Because while my brother and sister might be mad and in their feelings and in their emotions and not willing to go into this house and speak to this man, me or somebody else can go into this house and speak to him and really get something done. So I want us to understand that we not enemies, right? Like, I'm not an enemy to the community because I have favor with a Trump and RFK, right? That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. And I think that as long as we have people that are willing to use their access for the betterment of the community, then those are the people that we should rock with. Because it's a lot of people that use their access just for them.
True.
Right? There's a lot of people with huge platforms and they ain't got not one person out. They ain't advocated for not one person to be free. They ain't advocated to help not one black woman, right? They've used their platforms to just talk about the black community and how bad it is and how they don't want to be a part of it and how they don't never want to come to the cookout. And then you have those that's on that side and taking all the heat, but saying I came to get what I came to get.
And I do give you credit for doing that, because you do take a lot of heat. And I know it got to be frustrating at times, because I do believe that you're misunderstood a lot. I think that you're misunderstood often. I wouldn't rock with you if I didn't think you loved our people.
Right.
Like, I know that you love our people. So that's why I rock with you. When it comes to you and, you talk about a lot about legacy, right? What part of your legacy do you not want your children to inherit from you?
Prison. I mean,
Yeah.
I was a real knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? I was a real hardhead. I was a statistic. I had, been born into them circumstances like a lot of us. We jumped off the porch early. We made a lot of bad decisions. So, we never want our children to go through or experience the things that we've experienced. But other than that, I'm an open book. It's not that they don't know. They do know. But they also know that that's not a path that they have to take. I've been very open and honest about my journey, not only with my children, but with the community, because I wanted to show that no matter what we experience, that, things can get greater later. And that's why I believe in the value of life. 20 years ago when I was sitting in the prison giving birth to my daughter with a sheriff watching, like, nobody thought that I'd be able to walk in and out of a White House and change laws and be able to advocate for people to be free, like Tory Lanez.
And we'll come back. We're going to get to Tory. But so you're saying that a sheriff deputy was in the delivery room watching you give birth, like staring at you.
Like it was his
he was
baby.
the father.
And the doctor asked him if he would step on the outside of the room. He said, where is she going? She can't run. She got a 7-pound baby coming out. She's not going to run. And he refused to leave, and he stood there. And that was all about just making me feel powerless and worthless.
But
like, that was a moment
yeah.
that was meant to completely humiliate me. Like, that was something I was never supposed to come back from. And that's that mindset that we have to overcome. And that's what I'm afraid of for, like, future generations, right? I want them to see the greatness that we've become. Like, as a people, yeah, we had some struggles and we have been through a lot and we still got to fight for justice and all that. But we still got greatness. Like, I'm still sitting here talking across from a man that has done some amazing things in his life that people probably wouldn't have believed would have happened when you first started out. There are a lot of people in our community that have success stories, and I think that we choose to weigh more on the negative than we do on the positive. And because of that, are we hindering the greatness that our children could become?